Well, hey gang, how you doing? It's Jonathan again for Tailhunter International, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report. And this is going to cover all of the fishing action for this past week of October 6th through the 13th of 2013. Hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. Thank you for subscribing, and let's talk about the fishing down here in La Paz. If I look a little bit draggled, I'm actually filming this at night. Usually I film these in the morning. It's been a crazy couple of days. We actually had a good week of fishing, but let me tell you, the reason this is coming to you late and the reason I'm doing this at night is, well, you know, this is about the fourth change of clothes I've had today. I think there's a full moon out, but I wouldn't know. It's been raining now for about 30 straight hours. It's not a hurricane. It's not a chubasco. It's not a torito. It's a garden variety rainstorm. The problem is it's been raining about 30 hours or so. And I'll tell you something. It has rained more in the last 30 or so hours than it rained for the entire official Hurricane Lorena that we had about 3 weeks ago. I mean, it's been constant. Not a strong rain for the most part, but just constant rain. There's problems down in Cabo San Lucas. We saw some video earlier. You can check it on YouTube. I mean, there's rivers of water flowing down, cars getting pushed down. Unfortunately, I understand there's been a couple fatalities. Here in La Paz, there's been a lot of water damage. I drove down the Malecon earlier this evening, and the water was, and I'm not kidding, it was up to my doors. There were cars that were getting stranded out there. I ran through the water really quick, hoping not to stall. And it's not just standing water, it's rushing. You could take a kayak, and this is probably, I don't know what you kayakers call white water, but I mean, there's waves going down. There's stuff getting pushed out to the ocean. There's a tremendous amount of water falling. Jill and I were at Tailhunters all evening with our staff, and we were sandbagging. We were covering things up. It's crazy. Like I said, it's not a hurricane. This is just a rainstorm. It doesn't have a name. It's just raining constantly. I know we need the rain, but you know, earlier today, really tough decision to make. I had to come out at 5 in the morning. It was dark, and we had about 40-something fishermen ready to go, and I think it was really tough to say, but we had to cancel all the fishing, our diving, our snorkeling for both our Las Arenas and our La Paz fleets this morning, and a lot of people weren't real happy with me. They didn't understand that, you know, it's a safety issue. They couldn't see. We're here at the hotels. We're in 4 hotels here in La Paz. It's dark. They know it's raining, but they see that outside on the bay here, it's calm. But outside, it's crazy. It's like total whitewater. It's a whirlpool out there. They can't see that, and we certainly didn't want to put anybody in harm's way. And we had no idea this morning how long the rain was going to go, and it's taken all day, and it has not stopped. So some folks were really unhappy with me. Others understood, so we appreciate their patience. But that's how it is. It's supposed to clear up by tonight, and hopefully by the time you're seeing this, we've got our pongas out and everybody's catching some fish. That's the issue, though, with storms. I have no idea what it's going to be like after. If there's been a lot of rain, if there's been a lot of runoff, it can cloud up the water. It can certainly turn up the areas where we're supposed to catch bait. So we're going to put boats out hopefully tomorrow morning, and you know, I can't keep people caged up in their hotels too long, and if the rain's not falling, we're going to go out there and jump on the water. So hopefully by the time you're seeing this, our folks are on the water, they're getting bent, they're finding some fish, but at least we're getting them out of the water. I understand the storm is coming north, so wherever you are also, I hope you stay dry, because it was a crazy storm that's continuing now. It's raining right now behind me. But before the rainstorm, we had some pretty decent fishing, let me tell you. The Dorado bite was good. Now, it wasn't good for every boat every day, but for the most part, Dorado's still probably 90% of our catch. The fish are running 10, maybe 20. There's some 30-pounders in there as well. Some larger fish lost for both our Las Arenas and our La Paz fleet. There are fish scattered all over. You just have to find that spot. Now, one spot could be really hot one day, and that boat goes out there the next day with the same clients. They come back going, yesterday it was just wide open, and today we went there, couldn't find anything. And the boat the day before that had trouble finding fish goes to a different spot, and boom, they're locked on for an hour of fish, and they come back going, oh my gosh, what a difference. So it's just a matter of finding the spot. There's a lot of current lines out there, so you follow the current, especially staying on the warm side of that current line, and you can find the fish. There's also a lot of debris out there. There's still stuff floating around from Hurricane Lorena a couple weeks ago. You find those areas where there's a lot of debris hanging in, whether twigs and maybe some trash and other things. You find some areas like that where there's a little bit of structure on the water. There's bait holding underneath. There may be some flying fish laying eggs on it, and Dorado will be under there as well. Plus there's birds, so you've just got to find the spot. And like I said, Dorado are probably 90% of the catch. They're easy, they're fun, anybody can catch them, and like the commercial says, even a caveman can catch them. So there's Dorado out there, no shortage of that. If you're going to fish for a couple days, you're going to go home with probably a bunch of Dorado. Fillets are going to be in your ice box, and you're going to go home with a lot of good eating fish. The big excitement this week, finally, and it's about time, Wahoo are biting. We started getting little ticklers, little teasers the last couple weeks. They were biting, but nobody could hang on to them. Then we started getting a few last week. This week, take a look at the gallery that's following it. There were some really nice biters of these Wahoo, and they're running nice, legit 20 to 40, maybe some 50-pound fish. Some of the boats getting 1 or 2 a day, others blanking. Then the next day, they're the ones hitting the Wahoo. They're there. Most of the Wahoo are with our Las Arenas fleet over there by Soralvo Island, Punta Perico, just outside of Muertos Bay. Most of these fish are being caught in slow troll dark rapalas. Some are getting bit off. Some are, imagine a fish with teeth sharp enough to bite through a rapala. That's how big and how tough these fish are. And if you've never seen a Wahoo, these are reportedly the fastest fish in the ocean. They're capable of 70-mile-an-hour bursts. So imagine you got a hook in the water and a car goes by, zipping by at 70 miles an hour. Don't touch the spool. This is how a lot of people burn their thumb, by sticking it on top of the spool, and they get a big blister there, and we make fun of you later on. These fish are fast movers, and when you're on them, make sure they've got really hard jawbone, so even while you're fighting and you think you've hooked, keep jamming that hook into them, because you never know. These fish are capable of such high speeds that you think you've got them on, but they're running faster than the boat is. So while you're fighting the fish, continually, every now and then, give it another hit. Make sure that set of hooks is stuck in there. But these fish are great eating. They're spectacular fighters. These are trophies. A lot of guys have been with us for many, many years. We've got about an 85% return rate over the last 25 years of our clients and friends who come by. And a lot of these folks will repeat every year. They've caught every fish we've got out here, but they've never caught a Wahoo. This week, not only did they catch their Wahoo, but some caught 2. Some of the boats had double hookups. First time in their fishing career with us here in La Paz, they're getting their Wahoo. So really encouraging to see more Wahoo. A lot of folks are switching from La Paz, where we're catching so many Dorado, because they want a shot over there for the Wahoo at our Las Arenas areas. Now, it is hitting a home run. You could go out there and troll for the Wahoo and get absolutely nothing. So, you have to decide that that's what you want to do, is go for the Wahoo and throw all in and go for it. But they're there. So we're real encouraged about that. Tuna, still a smattering of tuna. Nothing really big to say that there's a big tuna bite going on. But we did get some 40, 50 pounders, an 80 pounder this week, a couple other fish lost. So they are out there as well, but just nothing where I'd say the tuna bite is on. Other than that, we're getting Pargo, Cabrias, still getting some of those big dogtooth snapper, lots of bonita, lots of needlefish. There's Jack Crevalle. So there's a lot of action to be had out there. Like I said, I don't know if it's a full moon. Supposedly there is one, but it's been cloudy for the last 30 or so hours. It's still raining right now. Hopefully by the time you're seeing this, we're out in the water catching some fish. Stay tuned. Check the gallery, because that's going to say more than I can tell you in this Mexican Minute. There's a lot of great photos to show you, and excuse me if I'm a little bit cotton-mouthed right now. It's been a crazy day. But I'm going to go out and do a little more sandbagging and put another set of clothes on. So hope wherever you are, you're doing well. This is Jonathan for the Mexican Minute and your La Paz Video Fishing Report. You take care. God bless. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you next week.